welcome to another episode of Ask Dad. Today I am going to be smoking up some ribs, having a little family dinner tonight. So I thought I'd go through the process of what I do to prep the ribs, and then we'll throw them on the smoker. I like to open them up, and I'll just kind of show you quickly what I do. And then I have read, I kind of one of those guys, I follow recipes, but I only follow them as much as I think they'll taste good. So I read a bunch, I look online, we have recipes and books, and then I kind of take what I think is the best of all of those to work into my recipes. So the first thing that you want to do when you're doing ribs is there's this skin right here on the underside of the rib. So there's the outside and then the inside where the bones are. And we want to go ahead and pull this skin off before we cook it so that it's not on the meat at the end. And so it's not always super easy to get off, but I'm going to do my best and follow along. And so I use the knife to kind of start it, but it's just this thin layer of, I don't know if you even call it sinew, there's probably an official name for it. And so on each of the ribs, you want to peel this underlying skin off before you prep it. So I'll go ahead and get all of the 3 ribs done. All right, so I got that thin layer of skin off, and I'm going to go ahead and do my little rub. And so again, I've read a few things about apple juice, and the apple juice sounded good with the pork. So I'm going to do kind of 1 part apple juice to 1 part honey mustard. I don't know if it's exact, but the thought here is just to give a little more texture to the outside of the meat before I put on my glaze. And I can tell you about my glaze in a minute. So again, just trying to create, I've read and heard just to put a little bit of some moisture on the meat to help the glaze stick a little better. And so, or my dry rub, I should say. And again, I know there's more people out there more skilled and have been doing this way longer than me that may have strong opinions one way or the other, but this is just the way I'm doing it. And I'll tell you about my dry rub that we made. The dry rub consists of smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, garlic salt or garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper and brown sugar. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the dry rub. I'm going to do the back sides and the front sides with the rub. And this is kind of our go-to rub on anything pork or chicken. Pork loin, you know, anything chicken from roasted chicken to just chicken breasts even, and chicken thighs, and we change it up, but this really seems to be a fan favorite in our home. And I am done putting the rub on. All right, it's a beautiful day here at my house, and I'm gonna go ahead and get our Pit Boss smoker fired up so we can start getting the ribs smoking on the Barbie. Really smoking on the smoker. Just go ahead and show you how I turn this thing on. You do have to plug it in, so there's electricity, there's an on button. I'll turn it up to, I don't know, I have it turned up to 250, and then I prime it for 4, 5, 6 seconds. And what that does is there's a little hopper in there that can catch fire. And then once it gets up to heat, I'm actually going to just turn it down to our smoke level for the next 3 to 4 hours. And so after that, we'll wrap them up, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do there just to seal them up good. But getting excited for tonight's smoked barbecue ribs. Alright, so it's already heating up, smoke is coming out, so we're going to go ahead and get the ribs placed on the smoker. And you can see the smoke and possibly hear the flames going, so I'm going to turn it down just to the smoke level. And then I'm going to start the smoke with the rib side down, or the bone side down, which is the side that I peeled off that thin layer of kind of sinew. And then again, my smoker does a little less heat on this, the left side, and so that's the side I'm going to smoke the ribs on. And we're going to let these bad boys smoke for the next 3 to 4 hours, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I did steal one of my wife's water bottles. I don't know if the kids spray it on their hair, most of the girls. I don't know what it does. I don't have much hair, so I don't worry about it. But I added some applesauce because I did read once an hour to come and spray these things with applesauce. It also helps them be more juicy. I mean, not applesauce, apple juice. So I got some apple juice here. You can do it once an hour. It's been an hour since these bad boys have been on here. And I've heard just kind of spritz them down like that. And we'll keep them cooking. A little bit of apple juice once an hour. Got about 3 more hours to go before we wrap them up. So they've been on the grill, or on our smoker, almost 4 hours now. They're looking awesome. I've been spraying them with apple juice every hour. So we're going to take them off and wrap them up. But come on in and check out what we're looking at. I'll tell you what, my mouth is watering just seeing these bad boys come off the grill, but they still got another hour to hour and a half before we get to eat them. But they're looking amazing. So now we're going to make our little boat out of tinfoil and wrap up the ribs. And so I've always cooked them with the bone side down, but I've heard cook a meat side down with apple juice as our moisture. And so I'm going to kind of pour about a half a cup of apple juice in each one, and we'll get all 3 wrapped and sealed and throw them back on the smoker for another hour, hour and a half. Alright, so we have all of them wrapped up, and I have 2 pieces of tin foil on the bottom and 1 on the top. And again, we're going to keep them on this left side, and I'm going to turn the temperature up to about around 300. So I don't know if I'll do 275 or 300. You'll be seeing some yummy ribs that come off in just a little bit. We are ready to pull the ribs off of the grill. I hear the apple juices kind of sizzling, and they're hot and they're smelling amazing. And then I actually made some homemade mac and cheese. Anything you can cook in the oven, you can cook in a smoker. So I'll come and get this off in just a sec. But that's going to be good. And we'll go inside and open up one of these bad boys, and I'll show you what some yummy ribs look like. And they smell amazing. Alright, we got the ribs inside. I've let them sit about 15-20 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and open them up and let's see what they look like. They smell incredible. I honestly wish you were here because they smell so unbelievably good. And so I want to flip them over, or I'll just cut them this way, and the meat is falling off the bone like it's supposed to. And I'll go ahead and hold one up. But that is incredible. We're having smoked barbecue ribs for dinner. We have homemade mac and cheese that I also smoked. Anything you can put in an oven, you can smoke. Got homemade mashed potatoes, gravy, and we're gonna be chowing down. Thanks for watching this episode of Ask Dad. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments. I'll do the best I can to answer them with the video, and I hope everybody has a great day.